On the morning of Monday, August 8, 2005, employees at the central bank in the city of Fortaleza, Brazil, opened the main vault to begin the workday. From the outside, everything was normal. The doors were intact, the alarms hadn't gone off, and the cameras hadn't detected any movement. But the moment they opened the massive steel door, shock hit them. The vault was empty. More than 160 million Brazilian reals, about 70 million US dollars, had vanished. They weren't taken through the door or the window. They disappeared from beneath the ground. This is not an ordinary bank robbery story. This is the story of a fake company, an engineering tunnel the length of a football field, and a curse that hunted the thieves down one by one. Today, we dig deep to uncover the secrets of the largest bank robbery in Brazilian history. 3 months before the robbery, a group of strangers rented an old house just one street away from the bank. They weren't masked criminals, they were businessmen, or so they claimed. They founded a company called Gramas e Plantas, grass and plants. They put up signs, handed out business cards, and began selling artificial turf to neighbors. The plan was genius. The company needed to transport large amounts of soil and plants, which provided the perfect cover for removing tons of dirt from the tunnel excavation without raising suspicion. Neighbors later told the police they were very friendly and they worked hard all night. They had no idea the men were digging their way to fortune. Let's talk about the tunnel. This wasn't just a hole in the dirt. Led by a man known as Alemão, the German, the thieves dug a 78-meter-long tunnel, 4 meters deep, beneath the city's sewage system. The technical specifications were astonishing. Supports. They used wooden and plastic reinforcements to prevent collapse, similar to mining techniques. Ventilation. They installed an air conditioning and ventilation system to pump in oxygen and remove dust. Lighting. The tunnel was fully powered with electricity. But the greatest challenge wasn't the digging, it was the vault floor. The bank's floor consisted of 1.1 meters of steel-reinforced concrete. How did they breach it without triggering vibration sensors? The answer was patience. They used highly precise drilling equipment and diamond saws, working extremely slowly over the weekend. The weekend of August 6th, 7th, the bank was closed. The team entered through the tunnel and reached directly beneath the vault. They broke through the floor. Now they were inside a room filled with 3.5 tons of cash. Yes, the real weight of the money was 3,500 kilograms. The brilliance of their plan was that they stole only old, unregistered banknotes that the bank intended to destroy or inspect, making serial number tracking nearly impossible. They transported the money through the tunnel using a pulley system and small carts, loaded it into the fake company's trucks, and simply drove away. The police arrived and discovered the tunnel. It looked like something out of a movie. But as they say, there's no perfect crime. Although the gang cleaned the site with chemical powder to erase fingerprints, one member made a simple mistake. He left behind a prepaid phone card inside the tunnel. That card became the thread that unraveled everything. Police traced the number and reached their first suspect. From there, the dominoes began to fall. Authorities discovered the gang consisted of 35 people, each with a role: diggers, engineers, financiers, and lookouts. Here is where the robbery story ends and the horror begins. The stolen money brought them hell. It wasn't just the police hunting them. Rival gangs and even corrupt officers joined the chase. Luis Fernando Ribeiro, the mastermind and financier of the operation, was kidnapped 2 months later. By whom? Corrupt police officers demanding ransom. His family paid, but the officers killed him anyway, leaving his body on a deserted road with 7 bullet wounds. Kidnappings and executions of gang members and their families followed. The money led to the brutal deaths of many involved. The dream turned into a nightmare. Some were arrested, some were killed, and some remain fugitives to this day, still holding millions. Out of the 160 million reals, the police recovered only 20 million. The rest? Still buried or laundered into properties and luxury cars. The central bank robbery in Fortaleza wasn't just a crime, it was a lesson. When intelligence is used for evil, it may succeed temporarily, but the price is often the soul. What do you think? Do you believe those who escaped with the money are living happily now, or sleeping with a gun under their pillow? Don't forget to subscribe and like, and stay tuned for the next mystery.